The new bearer of the crown was not so disciplined as his friends in matters of the heart or the blade. Every advantage belonged to the rebels of the land, from numbers to morale to the results of many bloody battles. But more than that, they fought for something. The king, in particular, ascended to his throne with thoughts of marriage to his best friend's sibling. But unlike his childhood companion, he gave in to his impulsive desires, and sired a child on a baseborn woman before his betrothal. This action forever tainted the opinion of his true love, and the bastard child served as a reminder of the king's inclination toward infidelity. This child was Mya Stone. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Fiction. The first of King Robert Baratheon's many bastard children, Mya Stone stayed back in the east, as her father took his place as the usurper upon the Iron Throne. Her existence during the years of rebellion soured the opinion of Lyanna Stark, the subject of Robert's deepest desire, on her potential husband. This was never reconciled, and the man who had everything on his side lost the one he cared about most, both physically and emotionally. By way of her very life, Mya Stone was a reflection of her father's nature, and proof that even the most ambitious men could not possess everything. So, who exactly is Mya Stone, and why is she such an interesting character? Let's explore. Mya Stone was born in the year 279 or 280 AC in the Vale. Her mother was a commoner, but her father was none other than future King Robert Baratheon himself. She was the first of the king's many bastards, born when Robert still resided with Eddard Stark as a ward of the Eastern Kingdom. Even after the pair of nobles left the Eyrie, Robert and Ned both continued to visit Mya, the former even growing forgetful of the girl's mother. He even contemplated bringing her to court after he won the crown, but it was not to be. King Robert never claimed Mya, though her heritage was quite obvious. It was obvious enough that Lady Lyanna Stark, Eddard's sister and the subject of Robert's greatest affection, grew disillusioned with the man she was slated to marry, creating a rift never to be healed across hearts and across kingdoms. Still, Mya Stone knew little of this, as she remained in the Vale, growing up in service to House Royce of the Gates of the Moon. There, she served as a guide up the precipitous slopes common in the east, transporting visitors, ambassadors, food, and supplies from the ground and up the Giant's Lance. Mya Stone possessed many features akin to those of her father. She was tall and toned, with the deep blue Baratheon eyes and pitch-black hair, which she cut short about her head. Furthermore, she often dressed in the leather garb fit for a male, and reflected many of her father's personality traits in her own bubbly demeanor. Yet, she never departed far from her birthplace, choosing instead to serve and be served in the uncertain manner of most bastard children across the Seven Kingdoms. Mya Stone first appears in A Song of Ice and Fire in the initial novel, A Game of Thrones. She is often in the thoughts and recollections of Lord Eddard Stark, as he delves further into the royal lineage of the great houses of Westeros, but it is not Ned she meets, but his wife Catelyn. The Lady of Winterfell, along with men who claim loyalty to her, has captured Tyrion Lannister, and plans to bring him to her sister Lysa Arryn high in the fortress of the Eyrie. For Lysa herself accuses the Lannisters of treachery in the matter of the death of her husband Jon, and the knife wielded in an assassination attempt upon Bran Stark had previously belonged to Tyrion. Catelyn and her company reach the Gates of the Moon, and it is Mya Stone who assists in their ascension to the castle in the clouds. While Tyrion walks free and Catelyn and Lysa are stifled, Mya is largely unaware, or ambivalent, toward these happenings. Mya Stone is absent from A Clash of Kings and A Storm of Swords, but appears again in A Feast for Crows. She still serves as the primary guide for lords and ladies alike, up and down the great mountains of the east, and she now aids the daughter of Winterfell. Sansa Stark, disguised as baseborn Elaine Stone, escorts feeble Lord Robert Arryn down from the Eyrie at the command of Lord Peter Baelish, and it is Mya who directs them. She draws the interest of Sir Lothar Brune, but shows little reciprocal attention not just to the Weathered Knight, but to any of the nobles with whom she interacts. Through no fault of her own, Mya Stone is a symbol of the results of placing a good warrior, but questionable man, upon the throne. She, of course, is mostly ignorant of the implications of her birth. Mya spends her days traversing the heights of the Vale, ferrying lords, ladies, children, food, and supplies back and forth from the Gates of the Moon to the Eyrie. But those who recognize her look upon Mya either with pity or contempt, for through her mere existence, the Seven Kingdoms may have plunged into despair. Then Lord Robert Baratheon was betrothed to the woman he loved, Lady Lyanna Stark. She was the younger sister of his best friend, and though Robert had eyes for many women, Lyanna was foremost amongst them. But few men there are who can successfully stifle the appetites of the flesh. Robert laid with a common woman, resulting in the birth of Mya Stone, and his first bastard daughter planted the seeds of uncertainty in Lyanna's mind. The infidelity of the Lord of the Stormlands was on full display, embodied in Mya Stone. Even if Robert was still in love with her, Lyanna was no longer in love with him. And while the mind of Lyanna Stark cannot be fully known, this may have solidified her secret love with Prince Rhaegar, fueling the flames of Robert's rebellion, which reshaped Westeros for eternity. All the while, Mya Stone resides at her father's former foster home, oblivious to the consequences to her family and to her home that were brought about by the sins of a man called Hero. The king sired many children not of his own marriage, all, if the rumors are to be believed, but the first was Mya Stone. She was born before the crown changed hands in a bloody rebellion, and may in part have added to the inception of the uprising. For her father's true love saw the man for who he truly was upon Mya's birth, and became disillusioned with the warrior who was infatuated with her every movement. Mya Stone knew little of her heritage, and less of the circumstances surrounding her birth, but she was a living representation of King Robert's ways all the same. Mya Stone was the result of sacrificing love for lust. So, that's all for this video. Leave a comment with your thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new here, I'd love to have you. Visit my website russellawellsauthor.com for exclusive reviews, fiction, and more, and sign up for my mailing list for free exclusive content. The links for both are in the description below. And, like always, I will see you next time.